Good, thank you. Good to see you smiling despite the bad news you've had regarding Harry Kane.
That's life, that's football. Of course, bad news, but we have to be positive and we have to look also to the good news. And good news are that before the end of the month we have 2 new players, Lloris and Ben Davies. And these are good news. Lloris never played a game for me. Ben played one and very, very well in a system that we were trying to develop and was only possible with him because he's the one left back that can play in that inside position, because of course Danny Rose is a pure left back and Jan Vertonghen is not even left back, and Ryan Sessegnon is learning how to be a left back. So Ben was very important for our project, but then he disappeared after West Ham. So it's good news. By the end of the month we have these 2 new players, but of course Harry is important, is irreplaceable. There is no player that can replace Harry Kane, and Musa was playing so well with us. Also since I arrived, I think one of our best performers. And the bad news is that it's not something like, okay, couple of weeks and they are back. It's not a couple of weeks and they are back. It's surgery and a long time. But I think I never spoke about Lloris in my first 2 months in here. And if you allow me, I don't know if you are going to allow me, but if you allow me, I would like not to speak about Harry Kane and Moussa Sissoko until they are back. So let's try to speak about them everything today, because I know that you are desperate to speak about them.
How much of a boost will it be to have world-class, World Cup-winning goalkeepers back? I know Gustin Uga's done well for you, but will that be a real boost for you?
It's very important. As captain with Harry, we lose one. It's nice to recover the last one. Experience, the way he plays speaking, because I think it's very, very important for a goalkeeper to play at the same time he speaks. But you are right, we have a goalkeeper that is doing his best, and we have confidence on him. But for Ugo to be back after such an important injury is good, and at the same time for the medical department opens some space for them. Some people is leaving the medical room, some people is coming. Is there an area in the medical department that has a plate saying Ugo Lloris? Because he's there every day for the past 3 months. So one out, others in. And I know you want to speak about Harry, and it's normal that everybody wants to speak. I don't want to speak, because if I speak too much, I get a bit depressed. And then you are going to say that I am miserable and depressed and in a bad mood. So it's better to speak about things that make me laugh.
Something else that might put you in a bad mood from Dombele, any news on him?
He's not playing tomorrow. He's not playing tomorrow. So the news are not positive, because what we are focused is on the game tomorrow. I know that football doesn't end tomorrow. I know that Tuesday we have a very important game for the Cup. I know that Saturday we have a very important game for the Premier League again. I know that is coming Champions League in a couple of months, but the focus is on tomorrow. And for tomorrow, we don't recover any player from the injury list that we had.
I know you're not a big user of the January transfer window historically, and I know the club has said they prefer not to dip into the market, but does the situation about he who shall not be mentioned change that at all?
You are a good guy, but I knew that the question was coming from you or from somebody else. You know, it's not me. I think even the coaches without injuries, even the coaches without problems in the squad, even the coaches with the best squads, with, let's say, for example, even Jurgen with the best team, with amazing players and amazing squads, he was happy to do a new player. So we are all the same. But the reality is that when I came here 2 months ago, I knew the situation. I didn't knew that, of course, I was going to lose Harry and Musa for so long, but I knew that the situation was about to try to get the best out of the players that we have, and that doesn't change. So I'm focused on the work. I'm focused on the game tomorrow. If the boss arrives with a solution that can help us to face these difficult months that we are going to have ahead of us, then be it, then welcome. But if we don't find the right solution, the right opportunity, then we are going to wait for the next summer to try to make the right decisions for the evolution of the team. So let's wait calm, but in this moment my focus is total on the players that we have available. That's the way it is.
Liverpool flying, you've had these setbacks that we've spoken about. Everyone fancies Liverpool to break a European-wide record tomorrow. Isn't that why you came into football, for such a challenge, this game?
Of course it is. But this Liverpool situation, when we were colleagues, when I was working with you, I told that Liverpool was going to be champion, and this was like 3 months ago. So for me, the situation they are at is not a surprise for me, period. It's the best team in our competition. Just to say that, I could say more than that, but they are the best team in our Premier League, and of course, it's a big challenge for us to play against them. We would prefer to play against them with everybody available. We would prefer, of course, to have much more options to try to go in a direction that make us more solid, more happy, more confident. But again, that's the way it is, and we work well during the week, and the boys that are available, of course, they are happy to play, and when somebody doesn't play, you open an opportunity for somebody else. And we know the situation, we know how good they are. We can imagine that in this room probably only 2 persons think that we can win. We are maybe only 2, but we believe. We believe. We have to believe.
Your final appearance.
If you don't believe, you get out, man.
Your final appearance in the Sky Studios was United holding Liverpool to a draw. You said that Jurgen Klopp didn't like the menu. He wanted meat and he got fish. Are you going to serve up fish?
In that moment, I was not a football coach. I was a pundit. And that's a different situation. And I made my comment because in that moment I felt that United did very well. And I have been in similar positions of Jurgen now. And I think when you are the best team, the strongest team, and you are used to win and win and win and win and win, the day you don't, come on, praise the guys. And I felt that in that match, again, everybody was expecting Liverpool to win the match. United was with some problems. United was not getting good results. And I think in that match, Solskjaer and the players, they did a very, very good job to almost win against Liverpool. So after the game, I felt that as a pundit, I should be protective, let's say, of the team that had an outstanding effort. And honestly, they could win. They were very, very close. They were more close to win than to lose. So I think United did a very good performance according to their potential at the time. And as a pundit, I decide to be on their side and not on the strongest side.
If anyone can stop Liverpool, it's you. You've done it before.
No, not me. Not me. I never stopped Liverpool. My teams, sometimes they did it, but not me. So.
Jose, hello. You mentioned only 2 people think you can beat Liverpool tomorrow. Was that?
Don't tell me you are the third.
It's possible. You've done it at Anfield in 2014. Is this still similar? That famous game, you had a lot of injuries and Gerrard slips?
No, we didn't have lots of injuries. We had a Champions League semi-final to play 2 days after, and we had to play Liverpool while Atletico Madrid was playing on a Friday. But that is English football. That's what it is. We are going to have some couple of weeks without football, but then not Salzburg, Leipzig is going to play on a Friday, and we are going to play against Aston Villa on a Sunday. That's the way it is, and that was what happened at that time. Nothing to do with injuries. In this moment, we have lots of injuries, but again, if I think about the injuries, if I think about who is not playing, I'm not as confident and motivated as I am. So I have to focus on what we did during the week, the enthusiasm that the boys put in the work, the motivation that you must have to play against the best teams, because when you play against the best teams, or you are confident or you are not confident. If you are not confident, it's better to stay at home. If you are confident, it's not going to be easy, but you are confident and you go with everything you have, and that's what I want the boys to do. We go with everything we have.
Jurgen Klopp said this morning that his team's going to be unpredictable. What do you think he's planning?
I think he has so much in his hands that he can be what he wants. He can be unpredictable. He can be what he wants. He can play with Firmino as a 9. He can play with Firmino as a 10. He can play with Salah and Mane wide. He can play with Salah and Mane strikers with Firmino dropping back. He can play Shaqiri and decide to change lots of things. He can play Origi. He has so many things to do. He can do so many things that, yes, he can be unpredictable, yes. It's more difficult for somebody that plays against them exactly because they have the potential to that unpredictability.
And you mentioned about Daniel Levy finding solutions in the transfer market. Have you given him a list of players? Do you plan on giving him a list of players?
No. This is not about a list of players, The January market is a strange market. It's not an easy market to be in. I don't think it is an easy one. It's a market of opportunities. It's a market where an opportunity arises and you have the conditions to do it or not to do it. So we have to be calm and not to think about the market. Let the market think about us.
James. Jose, games like this in the media are billed as flop against Mourinho. In big games like this, do you feel the spotlight, the cameras and all eyes on you?
The cameras I feel because they are going to be on my face. I walk on the tunnel, the camera will be on my face. Even before the game finished, the camera is on my face. These guys is 24 hours per day. Only when I go to the toilet, they are not coming with me. Apart of that, they are always with me. But of course you feel it, but disturb it, only Amazon disturbs me, not the cameras on match day. I have no time to think about it. So, of course it's not me against Jurgen or Jurgen against me. Big match, Tottenham, Liverpool. Let's enjoy it.
Finally for me, how much influence can you have when you're on the touchline or in the dugout, or is most of the work done Monday to Friday?
I believe it's more on Monday to Friday. I always think that during the week I always win. I always feel that I win easy. And I think every manager feels the same, because the way you work, the way you think, what you project, the exercises that you find, the way you work with the players, you always feel that you are going to win. Then the match has a different story. And can we have influence during the game? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes the game comes in your direction and you have to do things and it works, and sometimes you can affect the game. But I think since the moment the referee whistled for the first time, I think unpredictable, and the boys are the ones, not us.
And talking about that, about the practice and the performance, are you happy in the way that the players are putting in practice your philosophy? With 2 months now working with them, are you?
It's not working with them. It's not 2 months. It's a few days. 2 months with them, but not 2 months working with them on the pitch. I think was the second week that we had the possibility to work on the pitch. It was the second week on these maybe 8 weeks that I'm here. We don't train. We did it this week. We did it previous week some time ago, and a part of that, no time to work. So it's not about 2 months. So of course I'm not happy. Of course I want to improve so many things. It has to be step by step. As I was saying in the other day, I arrived December, right? November. I think you're going to arrive in Liverpool on October, if I'm not wrong. October 5 years ago. So step by step, calm. We have to go calm.
Okay, go one from Ellie here. Yeah, okay, Ellie.
Jose, Roy Hodgson said today that Crystal Palace are working hard to bring in Carl Walker-Peters. Just wondered what the situation was from your side of things.
If Mr. Roy told that, I'm not going to deny. But I don't know. Of course I believe in him. Of course if he says that, it's because Crystal Palace is trying to do it, is working on it. And I will wait for news coming from my boss. So I will wait. But it's good to know that Mr. Roy, is open about it and don't try to hide. So if they have that objective, of course I will be informed by my people.
Would you have to replace him though? Or have another right back come in?
Let me wait. Let me wait for news. In this moment is interest, no? Is nothing done. So let's wait.
Okay, take one here and then finish with Charlie. One, please. Okay.
Jose, Tottenham as a team, and you yourself have a history with spoiling a party, like by winning against teams with the unbeaten runs or winning run. Is that adding more challenge for you this match facing Liverpool?
No. No. I don't remember if I stopped any unbeaten. I don't know. I remember that one day Manchester United stopped my team unbeatable run of, I think, 12 months or 13 months or something like that. I also remember that I think it was Sunderland that stopped my unbeaten run of years and years and years of not losing a match at home. So I remember more the teams that stop my runs than me stopping runs. I don't know anything about that.
Charlie, to finish.
How differently does the team need to attack without Harry Kane in the team? Sorry,
I think that's something that I'm not happy to tell you. I like the question. I would also make that question if I was in there, but it's something that ask the Amazon guys.
Okay, guys.
It has to be different. We don't have another one. There is not a striker in the squad. It's easy. We have only one. Is not. We don't have another one. So I think you know that, and that's why your question is coming. You know that you cannot play like we normally play when Harry Kane is in the team. You know that. That's why your answer comes. So the only thing I can tell you is that, of course, we cannot do the same way we do with Harry.